wine without the alcohol. Bright citrus, tropical notes, clean, refreshing flavor made for warm nights and good company. From poolside afternoons to sunset dinners, Gießen fits the pace of your summer, keeping you sharp, social, and fully in the moment. Gießen 0%. Real wine for real life. The moment is now.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire with the largest inventories, expert technicians, and a best price out the door every day guaranteed. You'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
Hey, I'll be home in about 10 minutes. Actually, make it 8.
Hey, Mom. Yep, I'm walking home now. Mom, I'm trying to cross, but I don't think this driver sees me. No, they're driving too fast. Mom!
Speeding catches up with you. Early, on time, a little late, just get there safely. A message from the Florida Department of Transportation's Target Zero initiative.
Anajar and Lamine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station. There's nothing better than sports on a Sunday.
The return to glory.
It's time to kick off.
20, he will score!
Tip off.
Way downtown, bang! Bang!
Or tee off.
They're gonna go nuts when he hits this thing.
On Sunday Huddle with Colin Russo, presented by Hard Rock Bet.
Let's have some fun here on the 19th of July, 2026. It is Sunday Huddle, presented by Hard Rock Bet on ESPN 106.3. You got Colin Russo, you got Damian Perez. We got a packed program ahead. We are presented by Hard Rock Bet. Go download the Hard Rock Bet app today. If you think somebody in the Open Championship is going to make a late run, we saw how Cam Young did in that front nine. If you think he's going to carry it up, you probably need to get to 11, 12 under into the clubhouse to feel good. And go bet it on the Hard Rock Bet app. Bet any player, anytime, top 5 finishes. Bet them to win. Bet guys to lose. You can do it all. And also you get the World Cup Final today. Just in a couple hours, you're going to see Spain and Argentina go head-to-head. You think there's going to be scoring, more Messi magic, or you think Spain's going to put a cap on this excellent run they've had throughout the World Cup? Bet them. Bet goal scorers. Bet shots on goal. Bet overs, unders. They have it all. Baseball is back post-All-Star break. I know we're a couple weeks away from the trade deadline. All eyes are on that. Bet game by game there. Bet your futures on the NFL. College football. We're going to hear from 2 of the star quarterbacks in the ACC. In the next segment, Ashton Daniels of FSU and Darian Mensah of University of Miami. We're going to hear from both of those guys coming up next. So bet all that on the Hard Rock Bet app. It is so easy. It is capable to get involved with both types of players. That is the new player. That is the experienced players. Go check it out today. It's Hard Rock Bet, offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus, physically present in Florida. The wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or somebody knows a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE. We got Damian Perez behind the glass today, alongside myself at the City Play Studios in downtown West Palm Beach. Dame, you said bittersweet walking in today about this World Cup final, the last game of this illustrious tournament. Is that how you're feeling right now? Bittersweet?
Yeah, bittersweet. Bittersweet because I feel like this was one of the better World Cups in recent memory.
I would agree.
And then we got to wait another 4 years for the next World Cup. So long time in between, a lot of things that will happen in between, but excited for this matchup. I think this is one of the matchups at the beginning of the tournament, we would have been ecstatic about. So Spain, Argentina, Lamine Yamal, Leo Messi, whatever angle you want to look at it, I think today's going to be a great, great match.
Who do you think's got more pressure amongst these two teams today?
Pressure? It's got to be Spain. I mean, Argentina is the defending champion. Messi's 39 years old. You could say there's pressure because this is his last dance. It's a send-off. So, but, I think if they were to lose this final, they're not the favorite going in. Spain had an unbelievable year, winning Euros, being one of the best teams in the tournament defensively, specifically defensively. But as far as pressure, I mean, I think the Spain team's got more pressure than Argentina going in.
I would probably agree. This is a team that's only surrendered 1 goal this entire World Cup. And one thing I'll say, too, Cabo Verde, played both these teams tough.
Yeah.
So you give them credit because in hindsight, they probably got screwed by their schedule.
I believe they're the only team Spain didn't score against. 0-0.
That's right. That's right. And that should be worthy of a trophy in of itself, is Cape Verde going head-to-head with both of those teams. A lot of pressure today on Spain to cap off this run. You can't beat France, the best team in the tournament, and then lay an egg against Argentina. And to that other point, Argentina has been dancing with the devil. They have been playing with magic this entire tournament. They have fallen behind. They have looked dead in the water. They have been outplayed. They've been outmanned. And somehow, some way, they always find a way on top. You saw that in that Switzerland quarterfinal. You saw that in the England semifinal. You saw that in the round of 16 against Egypt. You saw all of these games where Argentina was basically down, not down a man, but, down a goal in a tough spot, need heroics.
They were on the ropes.
And they had heroics every single time. Now, it pleads the question whether you think that luck is eventually going to run out. And if that's the case, then we got to take a good hard look at if that luck's going to run out today. Or what we're talking about is one of the greatest 2 World Cup runs in the history of the sport. The greatest 4 years, right? From one end of the World Cup to the end of the next one. In terms of a run for a country tournament team, as good as it gets. In terms of how they've won, what they've done. Messi wasn't necessarily a world beater early in his career, really in his prime for Argentina. It wasn't until the last 2 or 3 World Cups that
he almost retired after, I believe, 2018.
Right, and this is the last 2 World Cups. He has taken it to a complete other level. He scored, I believe, 8 goals this World Cup. I mean, last year we know how good he was. This is somebody who has, 19 goals to his name, something like that, 18 goals to his name, and 8 of them were this World Cup, and a number of them were the one before. He's played in 5 World Cups.
He's got 21, actually.
He's got 21. And 8 of them are this World Cup. So it's talking about, Messi understands what's important to him at this point. It's not he dominates the MLS scene. And then all of a sudden, to him, to put a cap on his career, Argentina and sort of representing them has been the culmination of his long career. I don't know if this is going to be the last time we see Messi don the Argentinian jersey, but chances are it will be. Would you agree?
At least in a World Cup. We can maybe see him play for Argentina in a few qualifiers. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he fully retires after this World Cup, especially if they win it. Why not? But in a World Cup, I mean, he's 39. 4 years from now.
Why would you want? Are you really that interested in Copa America? You already won one.
Yeah, he's won. I think he's won more than one. I believe it's 2.
Yeah, but they won the last one.
Yeah, they won the last one. They're defending champions. I think they're back-to-back champions as we speak.
So, at the end of the day, you've won.
He's conquered it.
Yeah,
he's conquered it all.
You've peaked the mountain.
Yeah.
Unless you're that in love with playing.
And to culminate it with a World Cup win, potentially, and not only a World Cup win, he's probably going to win the Ballon d'Or in the World Cup as well, as far as the best player in the tournament goes. I don't know about goal scorer. It's got tough with Mbappe's, I guess, phony goals in the third place match.
Can we talk about that for a second? The third place game, which I don't know if they do that do they do that every World Cup, the third place game?
Yeah.
It's a wash. It is a waste of time. Both coaches came in and said, we have no interest in being here. And they didn't start their full squads. I know everybody ended up subbing in and out and
Kane
playing.
and Bellingham sat out.
Yeah, Kane Bellingham sat out, but all the Dembele didn't start. He ended up subbing in. But point is, it was a friendly. They wanted to win, they wanted the stats and to score, but no game is 6-3 or 5-3, and it's not like that. Neither of those teams would surrender.
They weren't locked in.
They were not locked in. And the fact that counts towards the Golden Boot race on the highest goal scorer throughout the tournament is a waste of time. That is the dumbest thing in the world. That the fact that Mbappe is probably going to get, what does Messi need, a hat trick now? Because Mbappe's got 10?
Correct.
He's a hat trick. What a waste of time.
Because a tie wouldn't do it, because Mbappe has more minutes played in this tournament since Messi sat out versus...
Did he sat out the last game of the group stage?
Actually, no. I think
No, he played in that game.
No, you're right.
He might have subbed in because he scored that late goal.
It's going to come down to who has more minutes in the tournament due to being subbed out. But I want to say Mbappe has played probably every minute of this tournament.
I would agree. It's probably, I remember Mbappe subbed out. He subbed out at the end of the Morocco game when they're up because everybody thought he was a little banged up. And he only subbed out for about 15, 20 minutes. Outside of that, he's played, I think you're right, every minute of this tournament. You're in South Florida. You're driving down 95. You're getting a little bit of a fender bender. Anajar and Lamine Accident Attorneys is your option if you're looking for protection. You know, you dread the day that you actually need to go find an accident attorney, and that's why Mark Anajar and Glenn Levine are the best in the business. You see them sponsoring the End Zone at Hard Rock Stadium during Dolphin and Miami Hurricane games. And when you're driving down 95, you see 6,000 different options for accident attorneys, but there is only one best option, and that is Anajar and Levine. Go check them out today. Call them today. Get a free consultation. You know they're working for you because they don't even get paid unless you do. Go check them out today. That is Anajar and Levine. They're the best in the business for a reason, and trust me when I tell you that they will make sure that you're getting the maximum that you are owed in terms of compensation. Call them today. Call them 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Continuing on with Sunday Huddle here. Now, Damien, we'll give your predictions towards the end of the show when we blitz the book. Let's stay on that France-England game. I mean, were you sitting there thinking, France, let me put it in this way. France not finishing top 3 with the team they had. Failure of a tournament?
I think it's a failure to even finish third place for France.
Be in that game.
Not only that, they won the World Cup in 2018. They were runners-up in 2022.
And the team was probably the strongest this year.
That's what everybody was saying. This year, that this edition of France, it was stacked top to bottom. On the bench, players that came in would start on other teams. So if we're looking at it from that perspective, I think France was the overwhelming favorite to win it all. At least not getting to the final for France, I think has to be classified as quote-unquote failure for them to their standards.
How does it feel for England? This is par for the course.
I think it's different for England. I think a third place. I understand the way
they're always around here.
And the way things went in this World Cup, you know, there's a bit of bittersweet for them, especially that heartbreaking loss in the semifinals to Argentina. I think that it's similar to how USA. You look at USA, the group stage was magical for them. Then they got into that game against Belgium, and it left a sour taste in our mouths. I think that's kind of where England's at. If it would have been a closer game. If Argentina would have dominated England and beat them in a different fashion, I think it'd be different for them. But, I mean, for what it is, I think England was the better team on paper against Argentina. But you said it. They're always in these stages, and they never find out how to get the job done.
Yeah, you noticed that. And people are going after Tuchel, the manager of the English team, for having them play a defensive-minded game after only scoring 1 goal against Argentina. And you could criticize that. You'd have every right to. On top of that, you know, they get to the third place game. This is sort of par for the course. A top 5, top 6 finish throughout the World Cup is likely what the English fan was dreading. They wanted at least a World Cup final appearance, and they did not get that due to the Messi magic, which we'll continue talking about. But first, let's get into a little ACC Media Day action. Now, I was at ACC Media Day days throughout the week in Charlotte, North Carolina. We talked with a number of different coaches, which you could see on ESPN South Florida. That includes Mario Cristobal and Mike Norvell. We talked to a bunch of players, including quarterbacks for FSU and Miami. That's Darian Mensah and Ashton Daniels, the transfer from Auburn/Stanford. And then Darian Mensah from Duke, of course. We talked to both those guys. We talked to Jeff Brom. We will hear from both of these quarterbacks on the other side of things. First things first, Hard Rock Bet. Download it today in the Google Play Store, the Apple App Store, and bet on the Miami Hurricanes over. If you think they're going to be ACC champions for the first time, if you think the Miami Hurricanes are going to go all the way to the national championship and win it, go bet it on the app because you can get some good odds on the app and get a big payday. If you think Darian Mensah has Heisman odds, go check it out today and bet. College. The college futures are available. The NFL futures are available. That's awards. That's player stats. That's player props. That's game by game. Hard Rock Bet really does have it all, and you don't even know what to bet. Go check out the Discover page. You can see other users' bets and parlays and tap and tag along on their stuff. Hard Rock Bet. Download it today in the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. Refer a friend. Get $50 in bonus bets immediately added to your account. Hard Rock Bets offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus, physically present in front of the wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or somebody knows a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE. Darian Mensah of Miami Hurricane football, and then Ashton Daniels of FFSU football coming up next on Sunday Huddle, presented by Hard Rock Bet and ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
The biggest soccer tournament in the world deserves legendary ribs. That's why Duffy Sports Grill is serving up its rib tour. Enjoy slow-roasted, fall-off-the-bone baby back ribs with 3 bold new barbecue flavors inspired by tastes from around the globe. Jack Daniels' Blackberry Barbecue, Sweet and Spicy Chili Crisp Barbecue, or Spicy Mango Habanero Barbecue. Pair them with the match and your favorite game day drink now through July 19th. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121, or visit tworld.com today.
Go big and save big at Greenway Kia West Palm Beach. Right now, choose from over 1,500 new and certified pre-owned cars and SUVs ready to drive home today. That means more selection, more savings, and more ways to get the deals you've been waiting for. Whether you're looking for a fuel-efficient commuter, a family SUV, or a sporty new ride, Greenway Kia West Palm Beach has you covered. And here's the game changer. Big inventory means big value, putting more money back in your pocket. Credit challenges? No problem. The Credit Clinic is back, and the experienced team at Greenway Kia will work with you to explore financing options that fit your lifestyle. So don't wait. Find the Kia that's perfect for you, your budget, and your driveway. Call Lonnie Mister today at 561-433-1511. That's 561-433-1511. Or hurry on to Greenway Kia West Palm Beach, where big inventory means big savings. But don't wait. These deals won't last. Greenway Kia West Palm Beach.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Hey, it's Steph Prince here, and in South Florida, you need an AC team that can deliver in the clutch. That's why my family trusts Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. As a mom of 3, trust me, when your AC goes down, you don't want to strike out with the wrong company. You want a team that keeps the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps the family cool. And Bob Bradley knows a thing or two about coaching a winning team. He coached his son Bobby all the way to becoming a first-round draft pick, and now he's helping his grandson Trey develop his game. And one thing's for sure, high standards run in the Bradley family. Bob brings that same major league mindset to the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. From residential and commercial repairs to installations, maintenance, and upgrades, they step up to the plate and get the job done right the first time. And while Bob waits for Trey's call to the majors, he's still delivering major league service every single day right here in South Florida. Call Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning today at 561-793-7497 or visit bradleyair.com.
Summer is officially here. The sun's out, the grill's going, the weekends feel a little longer. And with Gießen 0%, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of premium wine without the alcohol. Bright citrus, tropical notes, clean, refreshing flavor made for warm nights and good company. From poolside afternoons to sunset dinners, Gießen fits the pace of your summer, keeping you sharp, social, and fully in the moment. Gießen 0%, real wine for real life. The moment is now.
The Jupiter Hammerheads and Palm Beach Cardinals are back in Jupiter all summer long, 6 days a week at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. Come enjoy the best ticket deals and membership packages in Palm Beach County, like Silver Slugger Wednesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, Kids Club Saturdays, the Frozen Iguanas, and so much more. To purchase tickets, membership packages, and find out more information on the Jupiter Hammerheads and Palm Beach Cardinals, visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com.
Tour presented by Duffy's Sports Grill with us now. Joined now by a new Miami player this coming year. A lot of expectations for Miami coming in. Mr. Darian Mensah joins us now. Darian, welcome in. How are you doing today? What's going on?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. And Miami acclamation, walking into a team that's coming off a national championship appearance. You sort of have a lot of expectations in terms of filling up the void that Carson Beck left. What has that been like? How has Mario Cristobal alleviated that process? Has it been smooth sailing? Because this is your second time transferring, so you've done this before. Yeah. Tell me about it.
Yeah, a little bit easier the second time around. Kind of know what to expect stepping into a new locker room. But, yeah, the transition, other than, all the stuff, before I got there, actually got on campus, was pretty seamless. I think, leaning on the guys who are in that locker room and the coaches really helped me. And so it's been a pretty easy, seamless transition. Spring ball is great, and I think it set me up for what's about to come this fall.
Darren, you played in a lot of big games. You go into you redshirt your first year at Tulane. You play under Coach John Summerall, now at Florida, by the way. And then you go to Duke and, of course, win an ACC championship game. So you played in a ton of major games throughout the last 2 years. You ready for this moment? Does this feel like sort of the last step up before you eventually look onward past collegiate? This Miami, does that feel like a culmination of your college career?
Yeah, I was talking about it earlier. It just feels like everything is aligning. And I've got my whole family in Coral Gables. I've got elite weapons. I've got an elite O-line, elite defense. I've got, just
you get a coach who's experienced, knows what he's doing.
Got everything, you know what I'm saying? So what more could I ask for? I absolutely do feel like everything is aligning.
Did Coach John Summerall at Florida shoot you a text and he's like, why the heck did you go to Miami instead of Florida or something like that? Did you keep in contact with him throughout the process of your transferring? What was that like?
Well, me and him had a few conversations. I really just called him because it was before I had ultimately decided to transfer. I was looking into the NFL.
Yeah.
And so I had a few conversations with him about that, and him and I both agreed that I could use another year. But that's my guy right there, and I'm super thankful for him.
Yeah, you're thinking about the NFL. You were a redshirt sophomore last year, so it would have been early to come out, but you had 2 full seasons under your belt. It was along the lines of, was it development? Was it moment? Did you feel like you had left a little bit on the table in your college career? What was the decision-making process to not go to the NFL this year?
Yeah, I think it all comes down to being more developed. I think, me and my team looked at it, and, the more snaps you play, the better off you'll be in the NFL. So
people get nervous about that, too, because you want to end up high, and you had a great season at Duke. Was there an element of, I got to capitalize on this, or did you feel like we could run this back?
I didn't. It wasn't like an element of capitalization. It was really just about me and myself feeling as confident as possible when I'm going to, enter my name into the draft.
And, Darian, so you're at Duke. You make the late decision to transfer to Miami. Miami comes calling. They realize that if this is a team coming off a national championship appearance, they want you to be their next quarterback. That's a big decision to make, and it's a big decision to make in the process that you were at Duke. Was that a tougher decision because of the timing, or was it sort of the thing when they come calling, you got to pick up the phone?
No, I think, just seeing what the last 2 quarterbacks have done at the position, and, obviously my goal is to get to the NFL, and, seeing that the last 2 guys did that, I think it made it an easy decision for me to do that. And then my OC also is, I think he's one of the best in the country as well, so who wouldn't want to step into a situation like that?
Yeah, and one thing about your career that's so fascinating, I followed Duke closely throughout the year. You guys played Tulane early in the year, then you had that great stretch in ACC play. You finish it off with that excellent ACC championship game. The one thing I want to ask you, going into the game was weird because you can make the argument that you guys knocking out Virginia in the ACC championship game got Miami into the postseason. A lot of people think that Miami was going to get in, either them or Notre Dame. But I would say if Virginia won that game, they might have gotten that ACC bid, and Miami might not have leapfrogged Notre Dame to get into the playoff. When you were at Duke, I kind of feel like Duke got screwed there because you won the ACC. It's a big conference.
Yeah.
Did the team feel like, did they know going in that you win this ACC championship, we're not going to get the playoff consideration?
No, we went in that game thinking that we win this, we're going to the playoff. And so,
right.
I think you could see that on tape too. We played with a sense of fire, and so we came in the next day and we watched the we watched the election show, and we weren't on it.
So you don't hear anything going into it. You don't hear anything. You don't we might not get this, or is this just like utmost confidence we're gonna get in?
Yeah, it's just I think elite teams don't really pay attention to expectation or all the noise outside of it. And I think we had an elite squad last year at Duke, and I'm super thankful for that experience. Super thankful for my teammates over there as well. But yeah, we weren't paying attention to people saying, "Oh, we might not get in." Like we're trying to go win the ACC championship, so we're focused on that.
Right. And so you felt you guys got screwed by that last year?
I didn't. Me personally, I didn't feel like that. Obviously, it was heartbreaking to not get in. That would have been a super dope experience. But yeah, I mean, I was happy to win the ACC.
Yeah, and you're happy to win the ACC. It was in a great finish as well. You played a lot of good games. The other good one was Clemson.
Yeah,
that was a crazy game in terms of what was that? The 2-point conversion to finish off that game, 46, 45, 44, 45, something like that. Playing in late game situations, is that something that has come easy to you in the past in terms of not making the moment too big? Is that something you had to learn?
I think I've just been doing it. I remember in high school, and it's just the way I operate too. Like I only operate in the present. I try not to think about the future or the past, and I think it alleviates a lot of anxiety, especially in big time games when you're just thinking about what you have to do each and every play. You can eliminate some of that anxiety outside of as far as like, this is 3rd and 9 and this could be the game. Like, I'm not thinking about any of that.
It's almost mental coaching, right?
Yeah. So I think I'm just elite between the years. Remember in high school, I think there was a game when I threw 3 picks. So we were down like 6 points and took my team down to go and win it, and I won it on a quarterback scramble.
Wow.
So, yeah. It was a
after
good memory
3 picks too.
Yeah,
as a high schooler, high schoolers would shell up in that situation. So you're sitting there, and you gotta have good coaches too to tell you like keep doing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hard thing to do as a quarterback, is when you're not having the best of games, to continue trying what you've been trying.
Exactly. And in that situation too, like it's a end of the game. You've got to throw the ball. The other team knows you're throwing it. But yeah, it's just I think that my coaches and the people around me have allowed me to be pretty mentally locked in, and I think that's what comes into play when I'm in those big time games.
That's new Hurricane quarterback Darian Mensah joining us now with the Orange Bowl. Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. Darian, another thing I want to ask too: when you go into Miami, this is a lot of returning talent coming back. Mark Fletcher, who's here with you, coming back. Malachi Toney, who was one of the stories of college football. This is a team that's coming off of a national championship experience. Walking in, there's probably an anger within the locker room of, we got something to prove. What was it like getting acclimated with that? Because you weren't with the team last year, but you're almost burdened with their expectation of getting back to where they were last year, if that makes sense. Was that something that you just sort of rely on your teammates for? What was the experience of sort of now you get the Miami expectation. Now all of a sudden you got to win it. You're going to the playoff or it's a bust. Was that something that the teammates sort of bestowed on you? You felt from the fan base? What was that like?
I wouldn't say all that. I'd say that being at Miami, there is certainly a certain expectation. But the guys in the locker room and we don't really pay attention to that. We just pay attention to going to work each and every day. I mean, our motto is going 1-0 every day. And so I think just stacking those days will eventually get us to our goal.
How does Coach Cristobal compare to the other coaches you've played for in terms of Manny Diaz, John Summerall? Those are 3 experienced coaches who have high-level experience. How does Cristobal, personality-wise, how does he differ from the rest?
All 3 elite coaches, by the way. But I'd say that Coach Cristobal just doesn't take any BS. Like, he is on a mission, and I just love that.
Laser
he
focus?
Gets me fired up, and so sorry, but
we're recording. You're good. We'll mark that.
He gets me fired up, and I think that he is an ultimate motivator of men.
Motivator, huh? That's the important part. Now, coming into the year as well, Miami, you got a lot of big games coming up. Of course, you got Notre Dame, I believe, on the schedule, I think, later on in the season. But for you as a player, what was the biggest thing that you wanted to take your game to the next level? What was the thing? You said between the years you've always been locked in. There's always that element of learning the game further. But as a player, what's the most important thing that you want to see develop in your game?
Yeah, I think that you kind of just said it. It's between the years. I think I can improve on the mental side of the game. Really learning the nuts and bolts of football, what each and every position is doing on every single play, because obviously my goal is NFL, and I'll have to be explaining that to GMs after the season.
You're going to have to go through those interviews where they ask you the strange questions and they have you do the processing right in front. You didn't do any of that, did you, when you were considering the NFL? They don't call you in that regard? They don't do any of that?
No. I didn't enter my name into the draft. So.
Officially, okay. So you just have to play it out that way. Well, Darian, I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to following you throughout the entire year. I know you got a big week and big day of this, just nonstop. But I appreciate the time and looking forward to following you throughout the year. Colin Russo with the Orange Bowl Media Tour rolling on here, presented by Duffy's Sports Grill, joined now by the transfer into Florida State football coming in to the 2026 season. We just talked to Coach Mike Norvell, now talking with quarterback Ashton Daniels. Ashton, welcome in. How you doing today? What's going on?
I'm great.
First ACC Media Day. I guess I should say, did you come to one when you were at Stanford?
Second.
You came?
Second ACC Media Day.
So it's the second one.
Yes, sir.
Representing Stanford the first time.
Yep.
Now representing Florida State.
Yep.
More and more comfortable coming to these Media Day environments?
100%. I was so nervous my first one, but I was great today. Cool, calm, and collected.
Really? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
How about that? First time around, you don't really know what to say.
Exactly.
You don't want to put anybody in a tough spot.
Right.
But now all of a sudden, now
Yep.
now you're a vet.
Exactly.
And talk about that for a second, being a vet now,
Yep.
right? Because college sports, being a vet is sort of a loose term because guys are always bouncing around. But now you're jumping into a program as somebody with a ton of experience in college football. Becoming a vet, joining a new program, and being a vet. What are those steps like in order to kind of take control of a locker room but also don't feel like you're overbearing?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously difficult at first when, you first get to a new school and you don't really you're the new guy. You don't really know a lot of the faces in there. Some of the guys might not know you. But I mean, they have made it so easy at Florida State in my transition, transferring in and just the guys just being who they are, being so welcoming, and bringing me in to the family. And, I can go in there every single day and be myself and don't have to put, some front on of somebody that I'm not. And I think that's something that I appreciate so much that, it tends to go underappreciated because, at some places, some people come in and, they don't love it. But the second I stepped into the locker room, I just automatically fell in love with Florida State. And, obviously, like you said, being a vet, I mean, it's been great just being able to share my experiences with younger guys and even some older guys, too. I've
They grasp to that, right?
Exactly.
They gravitate towards that.
Right, and I've played so much college football, and I've seen almost everything in college football. So, guys will ask me questions. They'll be surprised by answer, all this kind of stuff. But it's something that we bond about. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole bunch of guys from different backgrounds, different experiences, coming together, being a family, loving football, loving Florida State, and I mean, it's been very, very special so far.
Now, Ashton, jumping into a new program, having conversations when you're in the transfer portal and you have to make a decision. You made the decision once before. You made a decision to go to Auburn. Now you're making another decision again.
Right.
When you're looking at these schools, when you're making calls, when all of a sudden you're being re-recruited, again, down the line when you're all the wiser, what are you looking for in terms of how am I supposed to acclimate? Is it about can I come in and play? Is this coaching staff looking to develop me the right way for the next level? What are you looking for in order to see that next step in your career? These schools that you go to, what do you think?
I think it's two big things. I think number one is relationships. I'm a people person, and I'm a relationship person. It's like if I'm gonna commit to a school that I'm gonna give my everything to, I want to make sure that it's for the right people and for the people that want to give that same thing back to me, give their everything back to me. And I saw that in this coaching staff. I saw that in the guys in the locker room, and that was always the biggest thing for me is the people. Having a couple conversations, I could just tell this is the place. This culture is special. I mean, it's always been that way, and that's a reflection of Coach Norvell and the way that he has shaped this culture. And then the second thing is development. I obviously only played in 4 games last year, and this is my last year. So it's throughout this whole off season and then during season, what can I do? What can these coaches help me do to get to the place where I want to be, which is playing in the NFL? And I obviously a great tenure of quarterbacks here at Florida State, and I have all the trust in Coach Tucker and Coach Stone, our quarterbacks coaches in the world. I mean, just the work that they do every single day, we see that as players, and it's well, shoot, like, why can't we work that hard? You know what I'm saying? We all have one common goal. That's to go win a championship, to win games. So it's like, we got to go in and put the work in every single day. And they've shown me that from the jump. And then that's also a reflection of, Coach Harrison and Coach Norvell and, what they expect from us every single day. And that's our best. And hearing that, pitch from Coach Norvell is like, I want to give my best every single day. And, they have helped me do that. And I've been, so grateful for the opportunity to be able to do that.
That's Ashton Daniels, the transfer quarterback in for Florida State, coming in from Auburn and then Stanford before that. You said this is your last year. Is there a pressure attached to this being my last year of college football from a personal perspective? Like, hey, things have to come together this year. I want to make sure I'm healthy, I'm ready to rock and roll, I'm developing in the right direction. Yeah. Tell me about the pressure attached to this being your last year of eligibility in college football.
Yeah, I think, there's always going to be that pressure in the back of my mind. That it's going to linger there, and it's not something that you can just, get rid of. But it's also a privilege to be in the position that I'm in, to be at Florida State, to be able to even play 5 years of college football, I mean, is such a blessing. And I thank God for it every single day, just allowing me to be here and to be present in what I'm doing. It means the world, to me. And obviously that pressure is going to be there because my dream has always been to play in the NFL and to continue to play football. I don't want to be done playing football. So obviously, I know what comes with that. I know I'm going to have to go out there and perform and have a great year. And, that's the expectation, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it makes that, pressure for me.
What is the difference that you felt like? Obviously, you haven't been in the game environment yet with Florida State, but Stanford playing over out there at Palo Alto, I believe, Auburn to Florida State. What differentiates Florida State from the other two in terms of just vibe, in terms of feel, in terms of amongst the football team?
Yeah, I think the environment. I mean, I see clips all the time. Never been able to experience, the war chant and Doak Campbell and, seeing Chief Osceola run out on Renegade.
Some of the great games ever played,
Exactly. Like, I've never been able to experience that in person, but seeing that, clips of that on Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is, like, gives me chills every single time. And, just hearing from the players how special it is, how loud it gets in there. When we're rolling, the fans are right there rolling with us. And, I'm so fired up. Obviously, Auburn was a great environment last year, but, we weren't winning games. And Florida State, it's like, yeah, you get that great environment, but we're expecting to win games this year. And we know that we're going to win games. So I'm so fired up to play in Doak Campbell for the first time.
Ashton, I'm looking forward to following it. It's going to be a great time, and best of luck to you in your career. Looking forward to following along. I wish the best of luck to you guys, and I appreciate the time.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You got it. Ashton Daniels, a transfer quarterback into Florida State. We'll take a time out here. We'll be back at it with the Orange Bowl Media Tour presented by Duffy's Sports Grill and ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Lamine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Lamine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Since 2006, EDS Air Conditioning has kept Palm Beach County comfortable through every summer, every storm, and every season in between. EDS Air Conditioning is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. From dial thermostats to today's smart home systems, EDS delivers reliable comfort you can count on. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, they've earned your trust. 20 years of keeping Palm Beach cool. Visit EDSisyes.com today.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. Wait, is that Ronaldinho? Ronaldinho, you think Brazil will win it all this summer?
Claro que sí. Can I just say, you're my favorite player ever.
Bet all of soccer's biggest matches this summer on Hard Rock Bet. And keep your cool in case you run into Ronaldinho. Download the Hard Rock Bet app and back your country. Roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire. With the largest inventories, expert technicians, and the best price out the door every day guaranteed, you'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
Hi, I'm Wendy Sartori-Link, your Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections. The 2026 primary is on August 18th, and now is the time to make your game plan. Florida is a closed primary state, which means if you want to vote in a party's race, you need to be registered with that party at least 29 days before Election Day. Don't wait until the last minute. Check your registration and get election ready today. Visit votepalmbeach.gov to get started. That's votepalmbeach.gov. See you at the polls.
Ugh. Water spots on the shower door again.
He sprayed, he scrubbed, he squeegeed.
What? Is that a word?
He's tried pretending not to see it.
Didn't work.
Now he wants answers.
I'm calling Culligan. They'll test my water for free and recommend a solution to fix hard water throughout the whole house.
Because some battles shouldn't be fought alone.
Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com, serving all of South Florida.
Hey, Culligan man!
Need an extra boost? With Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union, you can earn up to $700 each year with a 7.0% annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's real money for real moments, like a family getaway or treating yourself to something special. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit one checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
The summer of soccer culminates with the most anticipated match of the year. Join ESPN West Palm and City Place for Goals on the Green, a soccer watch party on the lawn at City Place today, starting at 1 p.m. Surprise and delight moments from City Place shops and restaurants throughout the event. From kickoff to the final whistle, it's the beautiful game in the heart of downtown. Goals on the Green today, City Place, West Palm Beach. Visit cityplace.com to learn more.
Let's go. Double right, scat right, double cowboy. Double right, scat right, double cowboy.
This is Sunday Huddle with Colin Russo, presented by Hard Rock Bet.
Well, if you're driving down 95, fender bender, somebody accidentally hits a taillight, and all of a sudden you need accident attorney protection. There's a million options in South Florida. If you drive down 95, you could see every single accident attorney option that they throw at you. But there's only one best, and Anajar and Lamine Accident Attorneys is the best option. We're sitting in the Anajar and Lamine Accident Attorney studios, and Mark Anajar and Glenn Lavine are two of the top accident attorneys in the state of Florida. Don't make a mistake when you're looking for an accident attorney. You don't want to go cheap. You don't necessarily want to. You don't want to settle. You want to make sure you get the top of the line good, and that is what Anajar and Lavine can offer for you. Go check them out today. Give them a call because they cover truck accidents, car accidents, slip and falls. They cover it all, and they want to make sure that you get the maximum compensation that you're deserved. And you know they're going to fight for you because they don't even get paid unless you do. So that's what you could get with Anajar and Lavine. Call them today. Get a free consultation. That's 1-800-747-FREE, 1-800-747-3733. It's Colin Russo. It's Damian Perez. It's Sunday Huddle presented by Hard Rock Bet on ESPN 106.3. If you missed any of the interviews with Ashton Daniels of FSU and Darian Mensah, the two quarterbacks for FSU and the University of Miami, go listen on our YouTube channel at ESPN South Florida. Got the full interviews up on there. All right, Damian, it's World Cup Final Day. We're, about 4 hours away from kickoff at MetLife Stadium in New York. New York's had some haze problems, too. There have been wildfires in Canada. And I wonder if the air quality has improved in the state of New York.
It's a very good point.
In the last couple days.
It was very, very bad. Like, it looked like doomsday almost when I
And people are like, you could be outside. Now, the weather's fantastic, 75 and sunny. 75 to 78, 80 degrees. That's going to be perfect. So there's a good level there. And I'm looking at the New York.
It's also been raining, too.
Yeah, that's right. Air quality's moderate, so I guess this has passed for the most part. So the bad air index, which has been from the Canada wildfires, which made the Northeast, you couldn't go outside for a couple of days. People were worried about this World Cup final. I guess that's going to be okay because it is outdoors at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. All right, let's figure out how we're going to do this, Dame. Let's do a little Blitz the Book with Hard Rock Bet. Blitz the Book, Hard Rock Bet. You can bet just any game, any player prop, any sort of possible outcome on the Hard Rock Bet app, which you can download today in the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. Hard Rock Bet. Put in $50 and refer a friend and get $50 extra into your account. It's the last day of the World Cup, so all those promo picks and profit boosts that they have to offer, you can bet on the app. If you were one of the lucky people who bet the over in the goals between England and France in the third place game, you probably walked out a big-time winner. Go see what you want to do in the Spain-Argentina game, which starts at 3. Baseball's back. Football's around the corner. There's so much to bet time and time again on the Hard Rock Bet app. Have some fun. Check out the Discover page. Put a parlay together. As little as $1. Increase your odds. It's all available on the app. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus. Physically present in Florida. The wager. Terms and conditions do apply. If you or somebody knows a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE. Damian, let's have some fun. Put our money where our mouth is. Open up the Hard Rock Bet app. We got a lot of questions about how this game is going to go out. We got to figure out how to put together a parlay with this specific game. Damian, Argentina to win, plus 250.
Yes. But remember, this is in 90 minutes.
That's 90 minutes plus stoppage
Doesn't count
time.
the extra time.
Spain is plus 130.
Yes.
Plus 250 sounds like a crazy odd.
It really does. And at that price, you're looking at it, Argentina plus 250. That's kind of a gift in a sense, really. But remember, a draw doesn't count towards the money line. It's the important part. I can see this game being very, very tight.
A tie is plus 200, so you still get good odds there. Are you rooting for extra time?
I think it'll get to extra time. We've seen it in the past World Cups. I mean, the last World Cup final.
We had extra time.
We had extra time. It was back-to-back.
France, Croatia did not in 2018.
Nope, they did not. What about first half tie? A tie in the first half.
You think this will be a KG start?
Plus 100.
So the under, you see plus 100 under first half total goals?
No, first half result to end in a tie.
Oh, a tie, I see. Mm-hmm. All right, plus 100. Do you think there's going to be goals scored in the first half?
I think they're going to come out tight. I think both teams are going to go out there to not make the mistake. We've seen the way Spain plays too. They like to hold the ball. They're very methodical. They might not be the most direct team. Although they did score 3 against France, but
a number I'm looking at is first half total goals under a half a goal in the first half is plus 140.
I like that.
0-0.
I could see that being a 0-0 first half.
Right?
Yep.
I agree.
And it's better odds than a tie.
Better odds than a tie indeed. Plus 140. First half total goals between Spain and Argentina. We like under 1 goal. So we're going to see a KG start. There is going to be nothing that happens in between now and that first hydration, the start and that first hydration.
They're going to feel each other out.
Totally. All right. So that's number 1. All right, what else do you like here, Damian? Argentina total goals. This is all first half. Who do you want to take in the game?
In the game?
Or do you like anytime goal scorer? Messi's plus 155.
For Messi, I like anytime goal scorer or assist. That's plus 105. So he could either score or assist.
Yeah. I don't hate that.
Gives us the leverage, Gives us the wiggle room. And it's still plus money.
All right, let's do that. All right, so goals, Messi to be either a goal scorer or have an assist.
Those 2 legs already got us at plus 600, so we're looking good.
All right, and then anything else? Over, under 2.5 goals.
In the entire game?
I would not like to root for the under there.
I was going to say, sometimes taking the under for the entire game, you're rooting for a bad game.
Let's not touch that.
We don't want to root
okay
for that.
You want to take a winner?
A winner as in money line? Like winner in 90 minutes or to lift the trophy? Because to lift the trophy, you got Spain at minus 160 and Argentina at plus 130. So it doesn't matter if they win in 90, if they go to PKs, if they win in extra time. As long as one of the teams wins that you pick, your bet hits.
All right, to win the trophy then.
Leaning Spain. I really am.
You're going to bet against the Magic?
How much magic can you have?
Damian, they're at the World Cup final.
And we're the home of the Magic, too. We got them down here in South Florida. We see this every weekend.
I think that's bad vibes. I think personally,
I mean,
think that's
I'm
think that's
50-50.
bad vibes.
I'm 50-50.
I think that's bad vibes.
I'm 50-50. So if you think Argentina will win this World Cup, I'm right there with you.
It's less about what I think they're going to win.
Seen.
I just don't trust the Magic.
Or you do trust the Magic?
I do trust. I trust Magic too much.
Right.
Therefore, I don't trust the other team.
All right, let's do it. Argentina to win the trophy at plus 130.
All right, so what does that come out to be?
Under half a goal in the first half. Lionel Messi to score or assist. And Argentina to win the trophy. A 3-leg parlay is at plus 900. So a $20 bet would win you $200. Not bad at all.
I like that. Anything else in terms of individual bets that you want to touch on? Correct score. You could bet on that. Interesting. Wow. Yeah, you could bet on literally anything that goes on in this game. Player props. I don't like anything on Spain. Too unpredictable in terms of who's going to give you offensive output.
I want to say Lamine Yamal. This is his game to show up. I feel like he has an all tournament. But to your point, I mean, the way Spain plays, it's not like they really depend on individuality. They're more of a team. They're a system. So you're risking it if you're taking one player on Spain.
All right. How
about corners?
Hold on. I see a special here. It's called Final Specials. Argentina to come from behind and win is plus 1,400.
We've seen it, in the last 3 games?
We saw it. Egypt,
Cape Verde,
and
Switzerland.
They weren't down in Switzerland.
No, they weren't.
Switzerland tied.
Right.
But they were down against England.
Yes.
Plus 1,400 is absurd.
But you can't parlay that, can you?
No. But you take that. Remember, keep in mind, this is regulation only. This is 90 plus stoppage.
Okay.
Just off of the odds, that should be its own bet. Just for the
yeah,
heck of
I
it.
mean, to your point, a $5 bet on that would pay, let's see, $5 would pay 75. So you don't even have to risk a lot.
That is absurd. Even Spain has better odds to come from behind and win. They haven't done that once this whole tournament. Why do they have better odds? Argentina's done it every single game.
Literally.
What do we not know here, Damien? What are we missing? Do they think that Spain is that good, stout defensively with a lead?
The thing with Spain is if they do get an early goal, they're going to keep that ball for 80% of the game. They're going to make you chase it. That's their bread and butter, their possession game. So sometimes when Spain does get off to an early lead, they're the opposite of what England does. They'll keep the ball. They'll stay offensive. They won't sit back.
Yeah, England gave them 1,000 opportunities.
They just gave them the ball and said, we'll sit back and defend as much as we can. That's literally what England did.
And Spain will just be like,
they'll hold the ball.
Good luck getting this.
They'll hold the ball. Good luck getting it. That's their way of defending.
Plus 1,400.
Let's do it. I mean, we can do...
That's its own bet. That's its own bet.
Yeah, we can do the 3-leg parlay. And as a little bonus bet, the plus 1,400, Argentina to come behind and win.
That's only in regulation. 90 plus stoppage is that ruling. All right. What do you think your official prediction is going to be for today? This is out. That's our Blitz the Book with Hard Rock Bet, by the way. We got Damien. What's our parlay again?
It is Argentina under half a goal, so to not score in the first half. Messi to score or assist in the entire game. In 90. That doesn't count for extra time. And then Argentina to lift the trophy, so no matter how they do it, whether it's penalties, extra time, or in 90, as long as Argentina wins the World Cup, your bet hits. Those 3 legs plus 900.
That does not count towards extra time?
The Messi goal? No, it's only 90.
That's weird. All right. Your official prediction outside of what we're betting today.
I mean,
statistically.
Got to go Argentina. I just put my money on them.
Right.
I was
50-50
going in. I think I'm a fan of I'm a big fan of Messi. He's my favorite player. I think he's the GOAT to me, and I'm a big fan of Lamine Yamal. I think he's up next. So whatever result I'm okay with. But to your point, I mean, what Argentina has shown us, the magic, the mojo, I mean, how do they lose at this point?
You know what I would hate? 2-0 Spain. Yeah, I would hate that. That's worst case scenario. Sort of like what happened to France. They're never in the game.
Right.
If that happens again to Argentina and Spain dominates, yeah, we'd be walking away thinking, wow, Spain's an all-time great team. They only surrendered 1 goal in an entire World Cup, but that's not what I want to see.
And the thing we can say about Argentina, what we've seen from them up to now, is that they got guts. You know, they're not gonna fall back. They're gonna always play at 100%.
Yeah, 1-0 will be interesting because they're just gonna be going for it.
Oh yeah.
But 2-0 when, listen, Spain's not Egypt, all right? Walking away from that, I could very well see this being one of those situations where Argentina got too close to the sun yet again, and they couldn't get out from under it.
Right.
You know, they fell from behind. They asleep at the wheel for 40 minutes of the game. I could see us thinking like that, and then all of a sudden, hey, you tried it one too many times. It's not going to work every time.
One thing I will say, I don't think Argentina is going to sleepwalk into this game.
No.
I mean, the atmosphere from the fans.
Will they be aggressive coming out?
I think so.
They have to be.
They have to be.
You have to put some pressure on Spain. No team has put pressure on Spain this entire tournament. In terms of, you're down. Oh, wow, you need the offensive output. That's the one question we have about Spain. Right. Can they goal score consistently?
Can they match up?
Can they goal score when they need to? We know they can control possession. We know they can defend. We know they have an excellent goalie. We know they got all that. But can they score from behind?
Right.
They might have shown that in the Euros or in other tournaments, but they have not shown that this World Cup. So where Argentina has, I guess, dominated in the sense of keeping the magic in the forefront and just they fall from behind and figure it out.
And the intensity. They've been a very intense side.
But this is going to be a game where I think they're going to have to approach this a little differently. They're going to have to view this as, we need to strike first and put pressure on Spain. Take Spain out of their game plan. It can't just pass it around all game if they're down a goal or two. So hopefully we're seeing that. We still have money on the plus 1,400. That's just an odds game on Argentina to come from behind and win. Don't bet against the Magic. Walking away from this, if Messi magic continues yet again, I for one, will not be surprised.
Yeah, in Spanish, we have a saying, Argentina likes to play with the dagger in between their teeth. And that's what we're going to see today. I think we're going to see, from the start, Argentina's going to be very physical with Spain. They're going to make it uncomfortable for them. But to your point, I think they're going to start off fast today.
Got to start out fast. Got to punch first. Got to land that first blow. Should be a good one. Stay tuned for our YouTube stream at ESPN South Florida a little later on today from 2 to 4 p.m. You got Mike Rizzo and Damian Perez will be live at Das Beer Garden up in Jupiter for the game. So stay tuned for that. The game will be at 3. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy that Sunday drive. Enjoy the last game of this World Cup. Enjoy the Open Championship final round. Excellent leaderboard right now. Scotty Scheffler does not look like he's in the driver's seat to finish this one. Looks like another top 5 finish for Scotty. That's Damian Perez. Colin Russo here. Missing any of the show, go listen back on Sunday Huddle on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. We'll be back at it in a couple weeks. This has been Sunday Huddle presented by Hard Rock Bet right here on ESPN 106.3.
The preceding program was paid for in full by Hard Rock Bet. Advice and opinions expressed